Welcome to Court TV. I'm Ryan Hardy, your Crestview Community TV legal analyst, and today you're watching a miscellaneous criminal felony docket day. Now, on this miscellaneous day, it's going to be split into several parts, and this is a new change for 2023. In the mornings, we're going to have smaller violations of probations, maybe some smaller hearings, things like bond hearings where maybe somebody's stuck in jail. Otherwise, you're going to see people who violated their probation, most of which are going to be in jail because violations of probation are not granted a bond automatically. So you're going to see those kind of hearings where bond hearings or people who are admitting or denying that they violated their probation. Now that's the morning segment. In the afternoon, and this is the new change, for 2023 we have felony plea day. Now this is, some places call it arraignment. This is going to be the first time that people have gone into court. Now these are going to be people who have not hired a private lawyer at this point. If they've hired private counsel, they're going to waive this arraignment date. However, people who have not hired a private lawyer are going to be there. They're going to be told what they've been charged with, and they're going to get the opportunity to let the judge know if they want to hire private counsel or apply for a public defender. Now, immediately following felony plea day is going to start the afternoon portion of the miscellaneous docket. Those are going to be your longer hearings and sentencings. Hearings like a suppression hearing where someone's trying to prove that maybe the police didn't do something right. These are going to be those hearings where you have witnesses, probably multiple witnesses. And then on the sentencings, you're going to have people who are asking the judge, give me a lighter sentence. The state's offered this. I'm trying to get something different. I don't want the state's offer. I don't want to go to trial. I know I've got a plea, but please give me what I'm asking for. And they're going to bring in those witnesses, like they'll bring the preacher, they'll bring their family members, the coach, someone to come in and say good things about them and maybe some mitigating things about them to justify giving them a lower sentence. So those are going to be mostly what happened in the afternoon. There'll be less of those, obviously, because they take longer, where the morning docket might have 50 people on it. The felony plea docket might have 50 people, and the felony plea docket goes rather quickly. This afternoon miscellaneous is going to have normally less than 10, and they're going to be the longer hearings, more detailed, more witnesses. So that's what you're watching today on Miscellaneous Criminal Felony Day.
Mr. Klein's in the state. Probably be a good idea, yes, ma'am. Oh, good.
He had sentencing agreement for misdemeanors that was filed. I don't know why.
Mr. Pittman, I told your attorney in the state right before you came out that in doing my homework for your motion, I discovered something that I needed to recuse, step off of your case for. Okay? So I just signed that order. The clerk will reassign it to another judge, and then they'll have your motion for bond in front of that judge.
And I was just informing Mr. Pittman, Your Honor, that I will keep an eye out as soon as I see the reassignment. I will try to get him in front of that particular judge as fast as possible for the bond motion. I do want to pass along to Mr. Pittman, I was just provided notice of intent to seek HFO sentencing and a score sheet. I'm going to give you the score sheet. This is just based on the current charge. So I'm going to give you all this paperwork, okay? I'll probably come see you at the jail this week. All right, okay?
You want to enter the not guilty plea?
We did that this morning, but we'll...
I just want to shake one of these and just get set on a different pre-trial conference.
Yeah, if we can just get it in front of an actual...
There is a co-defendant on that case by the name of Reginald Washington on Mr. Pittman's case. So,
There was a what? On
co-defendant.
Okay.
So,
Gotcha. Thank you. And it's Reginald Washington?
Ray, R-A-Y-G-I-N-O-L.
Okay, I'm sorry. Spell that first name for me one more time.
R-A-Y-G-I-N-O-L.
Great, thank you. Okay, then the folks in the gallery. Rear arraignment. Harry McPike. Mr. McPike.
We actually do not have an offer at this time, Your Honor. We would need to pass him until his pre-trial, which is on the 15th.
Okay.
Because we actually still need to file information. There was some information that we were trying to get from the arresting officer and another officer that was on scene before we actually filed the information.
Okay. Mr. McPike, because of the charges that show on my docket, sometimes the state has an offer, and if they do, then you may want to accept that without the benefit of an attorney and waiving a jury trial. Since the state hasn't offered you anything, you're charged with drug possession of controlled substance without a prescription and possession of paraphernalia. That's why you're here, that you're given a copy of the information. Do you wish for me to appoint the public defender if you qualify financially?
Yes, sir, please.
How much money do you make per month?
Roughly between 12 and 1,500.
Okay, I do appoint a public defender to represent you. Mr. McPike.
Your Honor, we'll just, obviously there's no information filed, so at this time we'll just, I'll have Mr. McPike back here on March 13th.
Okay. So, Mr. McPike, I'll see you back here March 13th at 9 o'clock.
Same courtroom.
Yes, sir. Well, I don't know, same courthouse. How about that?
Thank you
sir.
very much.
Elijah McElroy. Let's see, Mr. McElroy. Alan Oliver. 23 CF 153. Oh, Mr. Oliver. Does the state have an offer for Mr. Oliver?
Yes, Your Honor. Hold on. I'm going to have to look it up in our system. Your Honor, at this time, we would plea as charged, adjudication of guilt. It would be 2 years of probation, standard fines and court costs, 24 hours of community service work, and also that's it.
Okay. So, Mr. Oliver, you have the right to an attorney, you have the right to go to a jury trial, you also have the right to represent yourself. Have you ever been on probation before?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm not real good at it.
Okay. Okay, so you want me to appoint an attorney?
Could I get a public defender?
Yes, sir. How much money do you make per month?
About $1,200.
I do appoint the public defender to represent you. Mr. Klein's. March 13th at 9 o'clock. Stay in touch with Mr. Klein.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Ariana Peoples is next. 23 CF 204. Hello, Ms. Peoples. Does the state have an offer for Ms. Peoples that you think she may accept without an attorney?
I believe, Your Honor. So at this time, we would offer to plead to the lesser included on count 1. We would reduce that to possession of marijuana less than 20 grams misdemeanor. Count 2, possession of marijuana less than 20 grams misdemeanor. Count 3, we would dismiss, and then count 4 would be a misdemeanor DWLSR. We would offer standard probation for 1 year. It would be an adjudication withheld, standard fines and court costs with 24 hours of community service work.
Okay. Ms. Peoples, all that means is that the state's offering that you would not be, you'd be pleading to misdemeanors. Count 3 would be dismissed.
That's correct, Your Honor.
You'd be sentenced to 1 year probation. You'd have to pay court costs and perform 24 hours of community service work. If you've never done probation before, I'd certainly see you have. Okay. So you can waive your right to an attorney in a trial if you want to accept that. If you don't and you qualify financially, I'll appoint the public defender. What would you like to do?
The public defender.
Okay. How much money do you make per month?
Well, I don't have a job right now.
How long have you been unemployed?
Like a month.
How much were you making how much did you average making per month over the last 5 or 6 months?
Maybe 2,000.
Okay, I do appoint the public defender to represent you.
Your Honor, we do have the full count information. We waive the formal reading, enter not guilty plea as it's set on the 13 docket.
Okay, Ms. Peoples, I'll see you back here on March 13th at 9 o'clock. Jordan Saylor is next. Let's see, Mr. Saylor. Jennifer Scheidt, 23 CF 156.
Judge, may we call her back in just a moment? I'm having Ms. Davis look something up for me since CCIS isn't working for me.
Okay.
Let's see if we might be able to solve this today.
I'll see you in a little bit. Thank you. David Steele, 23 CF 213. Does the state have an offer for Mr. Steele?
Judge, if Mr. Steele would enter a plea today, then the state would agree to an adjudicate and credit for time served. After plea day today, then the offer is going to be 6 months county jail because Mr. Steele just pled in October of 2022 to similar charges.
Okay. So Mr. Steele would be adjudicated guilty of a felony, correct?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Has Mr. Steele ever been adjudicated that before? Okay.
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Steele, I ask those because I want to understand your downside to make sure you understand.
Yes, sir.
So, Mr. Steele, you have the right to an attorney if you qualify financially. You have the right to go to a jury trial, whether it's by yourself, with private counsel, or public defender. You also have the right to accept the state's offer. It's up to you.
Is the offer the time served, is that, do I have any jail time ahead of me?
No, sir, you wouldn't report to jail at all. It would be credit for whatever time you previously served.
Okay.
You'd have to pay the court costs. I'd ask you how long it'd take you to pay that. About $615 or thereabouts.
Okay, I'll accept that if there's no jail time with it.
Okay? You'll raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Steele, so do you understand if I accept your plea that you're waiving your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
And that you're also waiving your right to an attorney?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Steele, I do accept your plea. You're adjudicated guilty. You're sentenced to credit for time served. All monetary assessments mandated by statute or county ordinance are imposed. That's the court cost. Madam Clerk, are they $615 or more?
It'd be $615.
Okay. So, Mr. Steele, how long do you want to pay the $615?
Do I get at least 90 days?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
So if you fail to pay them within 90 days, then they will go to a civil lien or judgment.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Steele?
Judge, I have a score sheet.
Thank you. Devon Wingate, 23 CF 176. Hello, Mr. Wingate. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Judge, the conversation at the podium with Mr. Wingate is related to his one-count information, 23 CF 176. The state has made an offer that if Mr. Wingate were to enter a plea as charged, adjudication would be withheld. He would have to pay $615 in court costs, and there would be a $150 public defender fee. And speaking with Mr. Wingate at the podium, that he's inclined to accept that offer from the state.
Okay. Mr. Wingate, if you'll raise your right hand, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. You can put your hand down. Mr. Wingate, so if you accept that plea, and if the court approves that, then you'd be waiving your right to a trial by jury. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that it would be a withhold of adjudication? You'd have to pay the $615 in court cost plus $150.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Wingate, I do accept your plea. Adjudication is withheld. You'll need to pay the $615 in court costs, $150 public defender's fee. How long do you want to pay those amounts before they go to a civil judgment?
How long do I have?
How long do you think you need?
It'd probably be like
Judge, may we have 60 days?
Oh. Mr. Wingate, are you working? Do you need longer than that?
probably a month. 60 days would be straight. Yeah.
Okay. So if you fail to pay it within 60 days, then it will go to a civil lien or judgment. Okay?
Okay.
Is that your mom back there with you?
Yes, sir.
Good. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Brian McKinney from this morning that the state dismissed. So that
Okay, good. He was on the 2:30?
he was.
Okay.
Your Honor, before it gets a chance to take a recess or anything briefly, we'd like to approach with one of the state attorneys and ask you a question
Okay.
about
Yes,
something
sir.
I just received.
We're going to have plenty of time. Yes, sir.
I kind of figured.
Mr. McKinney, how are you doing?
How you doing, Alan? So when you get out today, you want to vote for probation, Thursday County had a problem. Just on probation, obviously you can't get the whole time. Just that's kind of cool. Then I hit the bar now, so we can take this.
Thanks, Mr. McKinney. Good seeing you again.
And if Mary shows up, I'll tell her she can
Okay, so Elijah McElroy, not present. This was noticed for 1:30, it's now 1:50. What
Your
is
Honor,
it?
Your Honor, the state would request a KPS.
KPS will be issued for Mr. McElroy, and the first appearance judge will determine on. Jordan Saylor.
He was entered on his behalf.
Thank you. So it's set for March 13th. Yes, sir. Anybody else? What are we missing?
Judge, may we recall Jennifer Scheib?
Yes, sir. Ms. Scheib?
Thank you for the time to do a little bit of additional research here.
Yes, sir.
That did change the state's offer. We've reached an agreement. Ms. Scheib wishes to enter a plea of no contest in the 3-count information. Count 1 is a felony, and counts 2 and 3 are misdemeanors. The agreement is for a withhold of adjudication and court costs of $615 and a $150 public defender fee.
Okay. Ms. Scheib, if you'll raise your right hand, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. You can put your hand down. Ms. Scheib, do you understand that if I accept your plea, that you're waiving the right to a trial by jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have any questions for the court or your attorney or the state? Thank you, sir.
No, sir.
Ms. Scheib, I do accept your plea. You're adjudicated guilty.
It would be a withhold of
No,
adjudication.
I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong one. Strike that. Your adjudication is withheld. You need to pay the $615 in court costs, $150 public defender's fee. How long will you need to pay that, Ms. Scheib?
3 months?
Okay, so 90 days. If you fail to pay it within 90 days, then it will go to a civil lien or judgment. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. So on the score sheet, what should I check? It's not time served. Just pay court costs? Okay. Anything else we can do before 2:30? I know that Mr. Klein's wanted to meet. Okay. Anything else?
No, I was talking to Mr. Jones.
Okay. You want it on the record, off the record?
Off the record.
Okay. Sounds good. We're in recess until 2:30.
All rise.
Counsel, if you want to come back.